95, where music lives. Ladies' Room comes to you compliments of Renwick and Thompson Limited and Beacon Insurance.
When you get to a certain age, different things drive you. Like the anticipation of a new adventure, the comfort of having friends who've become family, or just enjoying that journey to the next destination. At Beacon, we've given our 50-plus drivers more value and greater convenience with hassle-free sign-up, flexible payment plans, and free benefits. Call us at 440-4447 or log on to beacongrenada.com for a quote today. And let us help you keep doing what drives you.
2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6.
Education multiplies their chances and places the world of opportunity in their hands. No matter where they are in the world, make sure they're prepared for their journey back to school with Western Union. School fees, books, room and board, whatever the reason. Knowledge, independence, opportunity. Western Union, moving money for better.
So we are back at it again. Make myself super comfortable because I want to talk to y'all for a minute. Anywho's, good morning, everybody. Why do I look so dark? Oh, hold on. Why do I look so dark? Is it me or my phone? Y'all seen me good? Anyways, so we're back. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the show. It is Wednesday, September 13th. Hope everybody's doing well amidst all the challenges and everything that's going on around us or with us. Hope we're doing well. So y'all saw the heading this morning, right? Let's talk current affairs. I need a breather for a couple minutes from the relationships. Listen, y'all. My inbox, when I say it's full, it is full. I swear between yesterday, what today is? Wednesday? Between Monday and yesterday, I got about 15. 15. New relationship issues people want me to talk about post. And that's not added to what I had before because, you know, we took a break for the carnival season. We took a break. So they sort of piled up because I was seeing them coming in, but I was just basically ignoring it because I'm like, yo, we're in carnival mode right now. So those combined with what we have now, it's like I need to post about 5 per day to like catch up. Because you guys realize I posted a lot yesterday, right? Like I think I had like 3 or 4. So I have to like double up. Some of which can use on the radio. Others are a bit too explicit for radio purposes. So we're really gonna have to look into doing something outside of radio where we can be free and, you know, a bit more expressive and read it just as without having to edit or having to make it radio friendly. So we got to work on something like that because man and woman problems seem to be dominating with everything else that's going on. Morning, Shante. Morning, John. What up, cuz? Good morning, Lisa. Morning, Shante. Thanks so much for tagging the folks. Good morning, Michelle. Morning, Shauna. Morning, morning, Terrence. Morning problems and problems. Because I have to stop calling men problems because boy, after that piece I posted, the last post I made last night, and the one this morning, I think we have to start adding women to the problems. Good morning, problems and problems for real. Morning, Marianne. Morning, Jennifer Duncan, Rita Williams. Who else is here? Good morning, Marvelyn. Morning, Jenilyn. Esther. Good morning, Shauna Henry. Glendolyn Simpson. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Jacqueline. Good morning. Hope I see you. I do have one CJ, but it's just a nude. It's a sort of matte nude. Nude one. I like matte, but sometimes it makes my my lips feel dry. Yeah, so every minute I have to be like, it's this new one I've started using from it's black owned, and it's a vegan. It's called the Lip Bar. It's the red one. Oh my god, the red one is to die for. But anyways, so you see, I did have on, but you just can't see it because it's like nude. But they got some really really nice shade, and it's good for like long wear. Super good. So for those of you who's into makeup and stuff like that, you need to check it out. Juvia's Place and the Lip Bar, they're becoming my favorite makeup line. Plus they're black owned and targets black skin. So yeah, we need a raw after dark. Jesus, we're here. Yes, so Lisa, you know what next to add to your basket when you go shopping, okay? Morning, Don Kajo. Good morning, Betty and Della. Good morning. Morning, Kizzy. Yeah, I need my own channel. I swear, from 7 to 9. Let's see how it goes because, but maybe when I get back from my vacation, I don't want to start something before, and then I have to stop because y'all know I disappear when I go on vacation. I don't want to be on no live doing nothing. And don't ask me when I'm leaving. When you don't hear me, that's when I'm gone. But I'm thinking about it. So I think hold on, something in my eye. I think maybe after I do my vacation thingy. Morning, Tiffany. So Janelle, that's what I like, bro. Janelle, first time seeing you here. Welcome. Did I like my lip? Reginald, good morning. So let me jump right into it. Jacqueline, I should be. Which again you're talking about, Terrence? I've been anywhere. Listen, still my business. Y'all think this job is easy, right? Y'all think I just come sit here and smile, and it is not physically taxing, but it's mentally taxing, especially after the carnival season when you're here, there, everywhere, programming, doing a lot of it can be mentally draining. So it's a mental break that I need because I'm not tired physically, but mentally you can get drained if you keep doing the same thing over and over. At some point, my glasses, they're cleaning, you're going to be tired. So I always tell people it's important to take your vacation. There are people who work in places and they proudly boast they've never had a vacation. If you keel over today, you do know you're replaced tomorrow, right? Before they even lay your body 6 feet under. You do know that your employer will be replacing you with speed. So as much as you love your job and whatever, it's important that we take time to rejuvenate ourselves physically, mentally, recharge. We aren't meant to keep going. Just like how you take time to service your car, you need to take time to service your body. And even if you can't afford to like go away, at least stay home and chill, like relax. Turn off the phone, no employees calling you, no employer calling you. disconnect. It's important to take a breather. It's important. Because trust me, when you're gone, they don't even wait for you to be under the ground before somebody takes your place. Yeah? So there's so much I want to talk about this morning. I made a mental note, but first of all, I want to know, when did Grenada start having all these detectives and private investigators and police officers? And because for the life of me, I can't understand that when every time something happens. Case in point, yesterday, day before, we all saw flyers circulating of the student saying that he's missing, and flyers were sent out, people asking to be on the lookout and stuff like that. And then news broke last evening about a body being found in the area where that hash was supposed to take place. Well, it took place, not supposed to, but took place. News broke that they found a body in that community, and a couple page holders posted it. And mind you, this is before the police has said anything or identified the body or stated the cause of death. None of that occurred as yet at that point in time. So just scrolling through, and I'm like, let me go check some of the responses. Everything is something not adding up. I saw somebody said, oh, this is what number of person to be. Facebook is very sensitive. So the K word, mind you, again, the police has not put out anything saying that's the cause of death, that this person, foul play was involved. It's like we don't give the benefit of the doubt first before we start just running with stuff. So it's like people not allowed to die anymore. If you die in funny places, or you're not at home in your bed or at the hospital, foul play is involved. The other incidents were clear cut. We heard what happened. We're still waiting on arrest for some of them. We're still thankful there are some they've made breakthrough for. But at the same time, we have so many conspiracy theorists going around, and everybody always know. But how come all you know so much, and y'all in my inbox telling me about all your man this and all your woman that, and all your no one going on in all your own home? Who hunting who doing this, who doing that? But y'all know everything else about everybody else. About not adding up. What is to add up? Let the police do their job. I'd hate it or like it. Our Royal Grenada Police Force has a very good track record of solving crimes. Some might take longer, based on, of course, evidence and stuff like that. Some happen sooner. So, children are not adding up. And what not adding up and what adding up, and y'all are no detective or no CID working, no. Just let things play out. Let it unfold. Let who's supposed to do their job do their job. Yeah, always with the conspiracy. Always with the conspiracy theories. I really can't. And you know what really, and which is the basis for me saying, you know what, let me put this man problem on ice for a little bit and just have this conversation. There's three things I want to talk about. The next one is how some of you claim to love this rock, but usually have the most to say that is negative about this rock. How does love and always pushing negativity, always adding things to paint a bad picture, how is that on the same page with love? Y'all are like grasshoppers jumping under everything, spinning, weaving, bobbing, Don't get me wrong. We live in a democratic country, freedom of speech, but of course, I always say that comes with responsibility. We've gotten to a place where people comfortable just saying what they want when they want because there's hardly any repercussions. People are dragging you out before the court to make you for y'all to put your money where your mouth is and literally pay. And until that really starts, people are going to continue to be careless with their mouth and just say whatever they feel like, whether they have proof, whether they have facts, whether they have anything. They're just going to say what they feel and start peddling misinformation and peddling opinions as facts. There's a big difference. It's okay to have an opinion, but when you start peddling it as if that's what it is, that is reckless and that is careless. And a lot of you who are supposed to know better, for whatever reason, seem to be on a mission to either destabilize, discredit, or make everything about this rock bad, look bad. And sometimes you have to ask, like, why? How do we preach we love country, but at the same time, if something positive happens, crickets? It's like we're so far down the rabbit hole, we're not able to say, you know what? I may not be supportive of who's doing it, but I can appreciate that they're doing something good. I can respect that they're doing something good. I can applaud them for doing something good. But it's like good, bad, ugly, indifferent, everything is complaints and everything is a criticism. Like nothing good happens around y'all to talk about, absolutely nothing. And before y'all start running, make sure that you all added that I said it's not about censoring anybody. People have to have the right to speak about anything that's out in the public space, but at the same time, you have the responsibility to be careful about what you're saying. You can't just be saying stuff because, okay, I can say it. A lot of y'all don't understand what the word democracy means. Why you have to always be talking bad about, it's like we're the worst. And some of you live in places where every time you turn, you'll have to walk and be like, you can't even walk and be down in your phone or minding your business. You have to walk with your back clutched under your arm. You can't even rest it down on your side. You're living homes that are burglar proof, that are video recorders, video everywhere. But at the same time, soon as something happens, what happened in Grenada, but some of you live in places where it happens every second, like Grenada is immune from crime. Some of y'all left Grenada since people was wearing them flannel, or you call them boxer shorts, the Bigfoot ones. Those looking like cocoa bag with the stripes, the flannel kind of checkered ones. Some of y'all left Grenada since y'all was wearing that. Move where you know wearing Fruit of the Looms fitted, nice cotton fitted. And asking what happened in Grenada. We're now exposed to technology. People want fast life, quick money. People aren't seeing the big life on social media and they want it too. Younger population. So obviously, a lot of things will change. Everything you left, it's like some of you left Grenada and expect to come back and meet it exactly how you left it. No change, no nothing. Yes, sometimes you'd be like, okay, we're not known for certain things. After all, we're called one of the most peaceful places to visit, and we still are, compared to our friends in the south, our friends east, our friends west. Compared to them, we are still in a very, very good place. And I'm not sure if how many of you were listening to me this morning when I said, this period calls for us to be extra vigilant. Back in the day, we had something where everybody in the community looked out for each other. You were each other's video cameras or each other's security cameras. If you saw somebody strange walking in the neighborhood, everybody peeping behind the curtain to see who they're going to, what they're doing. And they'll make it known to the next neighbor, hey, I see a strange man pass so and so, everybody looked out. You were the security cameras because, come on, back then nobody could afford no security camera to, put around their homes. So it means we have to now be extra vigilant. Look out for strange people. See people that you probably never knew, but you find they look suspicious. Keep an eye on them. And as much as we want Grenada to be pristine and devoid of any crime, y'all have to be living under a rock if you think that's going to happen. Everything has changed. So why you expect that to remain the same? Once upon a time, the Trinidad and the Jamaica, they could have boasted of having very low crime, their crime rate being little to nothing, but now it's a different story. It's almost like they've gotten so used to it now, they don't even ask what's going on in Trinidad, what's going on in Jamaica anymore. It's like, we don't want that to happen to us. So that is why we have to do our part and not just criticize, but find ways to help. We want it to be crime-free. We want certain things to happen, but we're not interested in helping. The only way we're going to help if it's somebody that we support or we follow are the ones doing it. Other than that, y'all couldn't care less if we went up in the ashes. So long as it's not the person you're supporting that's doing it. How is that love of country? How is that love of country when some of you who could help in certain ways to make this rock better refuse to do it because it's either you're not part of the political party or you don't like this person or you don't like that person? Make it make sense. And then you're going to come to me 4.5, 5 years later down the road and want to sell that still love of country rhetoric to me. When I saw you for the past 4 years gallivanting under every post, everything negative, spinning all kind of tales, sour, lying and had nothing on you. And when I say you, I'm not making reference to one person because it's a lot of people doing it. It's a lot. It's a lot. Every single day. It's like, how are we going to be better when we have that mindset? I don't get it. It's like some of us don't know when to put down and pick up. There's always room for criticism. It's easy to do. Anybody could do that. And when there is a time for it, you do it. But my point remains, not every single thing requires negativity, does not require criticism. Not everything. There are things that requires that, and there are things that don't. It's okay to applaud something that people can benefit from. Case in point, the free tuition. I mean, my gosh. We all know we ain't making nothing. All we just make it, according to my friend Eddie's children and confusion. We ain't making nothing on this rock. The little tax, the little port is what really sustains us, right? And have to take care of everything. But they still saw the need for, and we still continue to maintain that education is the way out of poverty, regardless of what direction you take it in. It could be on the technical side, skill side. It is the way out of poverty, right? And here you are with people being able to register for free tuition, free college tuition. And people still have a problem with the fact you might have to pay a little registration fee, or they say it's free. like we nitpick at everything. When you hear people saying, or students, second year students saying, the lines that they saw, the amount of students that turned up to be afforded that opportunity, isn't that something to like applaud? But my niece says to me, listen, Auntie, I can't even get space. We could barely move in this college. Everywhere is bursting at the seams with students. And you know why? Although a lot of parents mean well and want well for their children, some just couldn't afford it. No matter how they turn to give their child or children a secondary a college education, they just could not. So having that opportunity every time Dick, Jane, Jill found themselves to register. And then I'm seeing people grumbling about having to pay your registration. It's like we're really wrong with us. Like, y'all know how many people wish that they had that opportunity? You know how many people now are saying they wish they had that opportunity? A lot of people who went on without a college education. That was the only thing stopping them from getting it. The parents just could not afford to send them. They barely made it through secondary school and could not afford. And we're still griping. The word I want to use, I can't use it on radio, but it's like, y'all don't know when to stop and just be like, all right, I can commend this. I can, good job. Not good job, but no buts. It's the best thing that has happened to us in a long time. Every child, if they want it, has the opportunity to further their education. That is not something to take lightly. There's no but. Yeah, but no. Good job, the end. 1, 2, 3. That was my third. Okay, my fourth and final. Now, I had a conversation with somebody who reached out to me last night asking if I had any contacts for the Ministry of Education, because apparently the family member who attends secondary school, one of the all-girls secondary school, is being bullied to the point where she does not want to go back to school. She's a first former and being bullied by the fourth and fifth formers in that particular school and has the scars to show for it. And they have reported it to the principal, the parent, and nothing seems to be happening. So they reached out to me to find out if I had any contacts for the Ministry of Education, anybody they can speak to. And I said to them, listen, since the principal is not doing anything and your child is literally afraid to go to school, go to the police. Because if she's being physically assaulted, go to the police, CID, whoever, make a report, and let them either call in parents of said child or children or go to the school, because a lot of the times we see things happening. Case in point, remember that parent, I think she was charged for going to a school and having some altercation with a student. Now, we don't want that to happen again. We have Hugh, you're doing just what I said not to do. You can't have everything all at once. You have to start somewhere. Stop distracting me. So yeah, some of your little princesses and princes are bullies. And they go to school, and instead of focusing on school, They're getting up to go to the school to find ways to make other people's children's lives miserable. Some of you little prince and your princesses are bullies. So that is why it's easy for adults to sit back, have a laugh when they see other adults bullying other adults, because that is what they're accustomed to. And it may seem simple, but it is something serious where a child is fearful to go to school because she's being bullied and harassed by other students. There should be a no tolerance, and in big caps, no tolerance for bullying. And it's something that should be spoken about every single day in the classrooms. And it should be reinforced by the principals that there's zero tolerance for bullying of anyone. Yeah, children get into a little spat here and there. But when it's a daily occurrence and a child is afraid to go to school, then it becomes a problem. Because it seems as though some of your children, and it seems as though some of the teachers and principals are afraid of your children. Because it doesn't seem like we have children going to school. It's like big man and woman going to school and you want to size up teacher, want to speech off teachers. And teachers are like, I ain't getting paid enough for this, so I'm going to chill. I'm going to sit back. I'm not getting involved because you don't know what they're going to do, what they have in their bag, what they have hiding on their possessions. So a lot would stay silent, sometimes out of fear for themselves when they see the way some of them behave. And if that's the case, yes, education for all, some that's not for school. Then you have no business being in school if that is what your focus is, on being a menace and being rude and disruptive and bullying other people's children. So like I said to her, go to the police. Take your child, go to the police, make a report. Because a young lady had to change her child's school because of the same bullying in primary school right in town. Why should you have to change your school? And why should that child remain in? Because if that child stops, they remove that child from the school, that child is just going to move on to somebody else. So it seems as though we have to now focus on some sort of rehabilitation or some sort of counseling for troubled children. Because there's no way you can tell me all is well if you just get up every day, go into the school, and you just look for weaker children to prey upon, to bully, and record it and sit and laugh at that child, make fun of it, share it around. Oh, look at how we beat her up and she can't do nothing. When you hear about suicides in schools, thank God, you don't hear about it much, but we have had cases of a student taking his life. But if you pay attention to the news in other parts of the world, you would hear a lot of that. And it's sometimes children who reportedly spoke about it or told principals or told teachers, and nothing was done. It's like, how do you have children in school that are being reported on for being bullies and nothing is done? If you as a teacher or a principal, you're afraid of handling it yourself, then Ministry of Education and the police should become involved. And that's why I say to y'all, nobody can make me feel bad, but because some of y'all be out here to, make children, and half of the time y'all are even afraid of your own children. Hence you see children doing whatever they want. Y'all are afraid. So tell me why I'm going to do that. Foot swell, nose spread, business all over the place, stretch marks, black, burn, can't eat. And then you're afraid of your own child in your own home. So instead of running your house, you're running around your house. And these are some of you are the same ones who want to make fun of people about who have and who don't have, and you can't even control what you have. Spare me. This isn't something to take lightly. If a child report that he or she is being bullied, it's not something to take lightly. It is not something to take lightly. There's a lot of what ifs that comes into play. What if that child snaps one day and decides, you know what? I'm not going to take this anymore. What if that child snaps and says, I'm not going to take this anymore? And next thing you're getting a call from the police, your child has been arrested or is here because he or she did this, that, or the other. And another family in mourning because they lost their life. These are not things to take lightly. It is serious. You can't always blame the parents for a child's misbehavior. No, you can't, but that's where the buck stops. That's your responsibility. If you have a supervisor or somebody on the job, if something happens, that's the person who takes the fall. The captain always takes responsibility, whether it's his fault or not, of the ship. So you might say, okay, well, it's not my fault. You probably did everything right, but the buck will still stop with you. As the parent or guardian, you're the one they call if anything happens. They don't call me. They have to call you as the parent, whether you did everything by the book, whether you are an amazing parent, a great parent, anything happens, they call parent/guardian. So it's still your responsibility. RJ says there's a lot of medical issues going around, such as anger management, anxiety, and ADHD. Parents are allowed to get the kids the help they need. But most will throw their hands up in the air and say, I can't make it with this boy. I'm tired with this child. I don't know what to do again. That's what they do. Complain to other people. I'm fed up with this child. I don't know what to do again. This child wants to beat me in my own place. And that's what you get. Get the police involved. Inspector Hall and the guys, ASP Hall and the guys at CID did a very good job in intervening in certain things. Go or call or find out what you can do in cases where your son or daughter is misbehaving to the point where you no longer have control. Don't just throw your hand up in the air. I don't know what to do again with this child. Because like I said, good, bad, ugly, indifferent, they're going to call you if something happens. And you need to start pushing into your children's heads more the need to be more assertive, to stop being sheep, to stop being followers, to stand alone if it means that they have to do that. But then how do you teach something that you don't even know? Because half of you act that way anyways. Somebody hears something, you're all under it like sugar, fly on sugar. Nobody thinks for themselves. Everybody copy and paste. Nobody says anything different, just whatever the line of reasoning, everybody just goes with it. We seriously need, and I've been saying this for a long time, big sisters, big brothers programs. Children are being, matter of fact, technology basically are the ones grooming your children. Their phones, their iPads, their laptops, their gadgets, their Xbox, their this, that, and the other. Just so you as a parent can be left alone and undisturbed while you're on social media in everybody's business. But the business that you're supposed to mind is left unattended. And a phone and a computer or a laptop or some device is what they're constantly speaking to. But you on social media every day, on everything, in everybody's business, and your business is left unattended to. Make it make sense. You need help. And Delroy, you are so right, but you see, ignorance begets ignorance. And it's hard sometimes to break away from that. Because some some parents have no reason for that, or they'll say, listen, my mother used to say, listen or listen. When it comes to their children, they have no reasoning. Their child wrong, they're right. They support everything and will defend them. Going to the schools and cussing and fighting with teachers and principal. I seriously think we need a special unit of the RGPF to deal with youth. Counselors, therapists, specifically trained to deal with, because trust me, they don't listen. They don't listen. So we really need like a special arm of the police force to deal with stuff like that. Because there's a lot of children. There's a lot of children who need guidance and need therapy and counseling, and sometimes that's all they need. So they don't have anybody to really talk to. So they act out. People look for attention in all different ways. Because if you have adults showing up and showing themselves off on social media every day, looking for attention and seeking to be relevant, it's the same thing. It's like a relevance game. And while I say, social media has its advantages, it also has a lot of disadvantages. Because it's almost like there's a thirst for relevance that people do anything. So we really need a special unit to be set up in the RGPF to deal with young people. And not just wait for a crime to happen and then you can make an arrest, but prevent it. Isn't that what we say all the time? Prevention better than cure? Because if they continue, that's the path they'll end up on. So when you're called in, you have a child that's misbehaving in school or at home, you go to that particular unit and they can intervene. And like I said, also equipped with counselors and therapists, etc. Programs for both children and parent. Because hate it or like it, a lot of the times, these children are part of single homes. There's no two parents. Because you remember growing up, if you did something and the minute time I hear your mother say, wait till your father reach home. Just hearing that threat was enough to set you straight. Wait till your father reach home. She didn't tell you anything. She didn't do you anything. And as you walk through the door and they lodge that piece of complaint on you, you started to tremble because you know what's coming next. So we need to seriously have the conversation. Police and other relevant bodies need to get involved. Church, whatever, community groups. So if it's a two-parent household, it still feels like a one-parent. Yeah, because some just provide and that's about it. They're absent. They're not involved in the day-to-day upbringing. They leave early, come home late, Monday to Saturday, and the one day off they get on a Sunday to relax in front of TV. They don't want to be bothered. So we seriously need to have that together with social services and, all other relevant bodies. Because the Grenada that we once knew, if we continue like this, pretty soon we'll stop saying what's going on in Grenada because we get comfortable when we realize the cart has already bolted from the stable. So we have a lot of work to do. And like I said, we always push this prevention is better than cure. So we really need to start doing the work and not just, talking about it, but actually seeing it manifested, having these programs in every school. Dev's morning. Morning, Uncle Frank. Love you. I'll see you soon. So, yeah. Children are crying out for help, and as this person says, we're turning a blind eye. We can't do that. So instead of encouraging people to just have children willy-nilly, please remind them, as you were saying, parenting is a full-time job, not a part-time affair. You can't switch off and switch on. Yeah? We'll have to continue the conversation because I'm so out of time. Didn't realize 45 minutes already gone. Jeez. It's always when something important going on, the time just... Anyways, we'll continue the conversation. All right. So thank you so much, Beacon Insurance and Western Union, for checking in. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Final one for the week, right here on Power 95. Thanks everyone for chiming in. I'll go back and read some of the comments and see if I can take anything from it, so I can probably share in my next program. So thank you so much, everybody who joined me today, and thank you so much for adding to the conversation. Really, really, really appreciate you guys. All right. Thanks so much. Delroy, I love you too. Okay. Have a great day. Whatever. Can't get on. Gluma, it's a work in progress. That's the next step. Thanks so much, guys.
Ladies' Room comes to you compliments of Renwick and Thompson Limited at Beacon Insurance.
Always be sure you settle for more. Get up to 35% off Beacon's fully comprehensive vehicle insurance and still cover a whole lot more. Enjoy higher discounts and better coverage for any kind of vehicle, car, SUV, or pickup, with free loss of use, windscreen cover, and special perils. To sign up, call us at 440-4447 or log on to beacon.co.tt and settle for more today.